Hi everyone, this is Francis Contreras, and in this video I wanted to quickly show all of you mathematically how to create a Ouija board. So all of you already know that there is 26 letters in the alphabets in the English vocabulary. So if we divide 26 by 2, we will actually get 13, which is very important because in the actual Ouija board, we get half of the alphabet in the center, like on the center of the board. Okay. Now I think to get this number to be evenly inputted in the length of any sheet that you guys might be using, you might have to divide by the spacing in between these numbers. Okay, so you have the 13 wrapped within these, within these spacing margins. So, but we're only looking at it from a horizontal perspective. So that would mean the 13 will actually be a 15. So 15 divided by the length of this sheet. Or whatever sheet you're I already broke my So so you have 15 divided by this and this. Let me get a ruler because like I said, it's mathematically calculated. Oh, look at this. So, right on the money, 12 inches. That's 1 foot. So, um, 15 divided by 12 is 1 times 15 is 15 negative so 15 divided by 12 goes into 15, or 15 goes into 12 one time. No, wait. 12 goes into 15, or how does that go again? Okay, so I'm assuming that the 12 goes into the 15, so that's one time. 1 times 15 is 15. So we have 12 take away 15, which is negative 3. So, which is a remainder of 3. So that tells us that is pretty much half an inch plus 3 so that's 1 5 4 5 6 so I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is. Like, okay, so half of an inch plus 6/16. So we're over the half. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 it looks like 5/8 or a little bit more than that. Well, anyway, whatever the fuck this is right here, will be the spacing required for the A through the M, and then the N through the Z. And once you guys have that, You are golden. Okay, and then, well, obviously there's the spacing for the 1 through 9 and then the 0. And then on the top right, you guys will have the yes. And then you guys on the top right, you guys will have the no. So on the top left, you have yes. On the top right, you have no. ABCs, the numbers, and then at the bottom, you always have to write goodbye, because whenever you people are speaking to the dead, especially in an investigating type of case, since I believe the Ouija board is dedicated to investigators, to those that take their work very, very seriously. And according to the research I have done, people have highly recommended and advised that the proper way to end a session or meeting with the dead is to say goodbye. Okay. So if if you guys see a Ouija board without that, what I just described, it's pretty much like, like it's false and it's misleading and it's disrespectful. So, and God is perfect. So you guys have to have your spacing correctly, like a computer, like purchasing a board through an actual store. Because if you guys don't, you people would not know once the I haven't got this far yet, but the little keyboard, the little thing that moves by itself or whatever, when it wants to highlight the word A, for example, if it's not measured correctly, it will go on the alphabetical letter A, but you people are seeing something different. And you guys are going to interpret it differently. You know, and it all goes back to the star. You know, um, okay, I got that wrong. Um, okay, surprisingly, I got it wrong again. That's wrong. It's supposed to actually be aligned this way and this way. But this one and the line should be aligned like that. Okay, so the 5-pointed star is actually mathematically on point. You know, like it is just it has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, it's not going to work. And anyhow, the only reason I'm sharing this information at this time, because I'm not trying to waste my time, believe me. I'm just doing this, I'm recording this video for the edification, for the education, for those who might be asking or proposing the question, how can I play the Ouija board with my friends? Because it's recommended not to play the Ouija board without your friends, or to investigate any type of case without a group of people. You know, 2 or more people. Okay? So, if you fall under this category, you people are just, I mean, it's simple math, you know, like there's only 26 letters in the alphabet, and we are taking half of we are taking half of the alphabet and center aligning the ABCs on the center of your board. You guys understand that? That's all you're doing. So all you're doing is figuring that out. So you have a center point. You know, it's like if I were to, but you guys don't want to create any creases. Okay, like this one is flexible, this one isn't. And I wouldn't recommend any you know, because you're the mouse thing, it's like a computer mouse. It has to be able to move freely and smoothly across the pad, right? As you're using your computer and you guys are moving your mouse, like any type of lines, those lines right there, that's not good. So you guys want to use something, so you guys could use something like this, and you guys could find technically the center points by creasing your rough draft piece of paper and then transporting the center points to your actual board. So I could always do it on the opposite side of the actual board and then transferring that data to the actual board. So for this instance, I don't know where my pencil went. Holy Mother of Jesus. Well, anyways, like, it's right there, right? It's dead center. So you guys could even divide 23 and 20, the 23 and 23, and you guys can cut that in half as well, which would be no, I actually the 13, which will be 6.5, including the margin. Okay, so it has to have the margin. And whatever you do on one side, it has to be duplicated on the other. And it's nothing but code. And basically, we are all communicating on a higher level at this point, without any hackers or without any satellites or electricity. This is the universal tool and fundamentals for a universal type of communication system that I didn't invent, that I didn't create, but it is just obvious since, God is perfect. Now, it's just like a computer would do it. And it's simple. I already explained it. But once you guys figure it out on your scratch piece of paper, You guys can then transfer that to your actual board. Then you guys will be able to use the little mouse thing. And it has the shape of a triangle, this circle window. Or it could have a center point, like a mark on the center of the triangle, which will presumably land on the alphabets, or the numbers, or the yes or the no, or the goodbye. And the code of the Ouija board is super important, because there's a ton of sequences. Like, people have written books upon books upon books upon books, and we all know that communication is powerful. Now, the only thing I see missing in this board is images. So, if any of you could somehow upgrade it, if some of you can actually take the time to perfect it, and to update this, then it'll be possible, and also take into consideration that I was looking for, I think, the smallest possible denominator, okay, within this sequence. But it would require a fucking math magician, a mathematician, a professional, person that knows how to deal with numbers. To get this shit down. But because technically we can all communicate a little bit faster with images. And scientists have actually proven this fact with the communication of images, like videos or time-lapsing images, which is sort of like videos. Okay. And that's how interesting that's how, like the pyramids and all that, they have the hieroglyphics. It was just pretty much like pictures. It wasn't actually verbal communication, but it could have been. But images, if somehow that could be thrown in here, it would obviously have to be in the center. I was going to say dead center, but I think to keep things in perspective and professional, it would be better stated if we said on the center, because that's where the alphabet is and the numbers. And now with the higher form of communication, we have images. And if you guys want, you guys can add the stars, the the months 1 through 12, but in the like in the wording format. So okay, for the month, for example, for the month of July, because that's my birthday on July, like on the month of July is my birthday, and that references Cancer. Okay, so we can technically have images, so many other things, including the stars in either, well, they would have to be added obviously in a horizontal scrolling format. whether you're scrolling right or scrolling left. And there is so many sequences just on that alone. Just like the alphabets or the numbers. It's infinite. There's no limits to any of this. So but I'm talking about on a digital format. Okay, when I'm referring to adding images and the stars and whatever else, okay? Because obviously it would be impossible to list all the stars on a piece of paper. But we have the computer. And interestingly, we have A through Z. We have all the numbers. And we actually have additional inputs, text inputs. We have the shift, the command, we have the space bar, we have a bunch of other shit. We have fucking emojis. We have the internet. Okay, but if you people out there want to communicate either psychopathically, that, or through a piece of paper, anything is possible. So I'm going to end this video. I hope that all of you understand what I'm talking about, and you guys can perfect this. And not just that, digitally, but also if you guys actually create one of these with a piece of paper and a piece of piece of wood or whatever the case may be, it doesn't really matter as long as it's smooth. It doesn't have anything that it will get caught on. See that? That's not good. No, you guys need smoke.